in Atlanta. He's got time. He's not worried about it. He doesn't think that it's going to be an extended injury. And here we go with the ball drop and the mini tennis point. Yvonne going with the backspin. Didn't work out. Let's see if they choose to serve or receive.
We have no idea what's going on here. I don't know. They don't. We've got two players thinking it was a full court point. Two players thinking it was a mini tennis point.
And then Martin and Abigail choosing to receive, which is interesting because it put it into the hands of the big server here from Yvonne, but he's cold.
The big server who hasn't played tennis in a little bit.
Forehand guy showing why he got his nickname.
He's going to start us off serving, and the way the serving works here, the way the serving and returning works, when you're returning, any player can return. So you can have the, not sure what the whistle was for. Oh, they served to the wrong side of the court. It was, no, but they shouldn't have because the first point was from the deuce, so the score was wrong. They played the first point from the deuce court. The next point would be from the ad court unless the first point was from the wrong side anyway, so.
We have some confusion here.
Yeah.
They're trying to work it out.
I think if this goes against Jacksonville, that's the wrong ruling in my opinion. But, well, they have stopped the clock now. So what I was saying was anybody can return. So you saw Martin take that first return from the deuce court and also that one from the ad court. Anyone can return at any point, but there is a rotation of serve. So because Martin served when they last had the serve, now Abby has to serve.
And you talked about the left to right movement there, moving just straight up, and we didn't see any issues with him coming in and finishing off that volley.
Yep. Oh, net court, there's your 2-point chance.
Way to move, way to get back ready.
That's your chance.
Oh.
There it is.
Did he touch? No.
2 points.
Plus.
Martin bringing the energy. This is what Martin is about. The forehand guy. He wants to play with high energy, and he wants to go, go, go.
So 121-113, biggest lead for Jacksonville today. And look how close Martin is to the net, trusting Abigail's big serve. She goes for it. Didn't work out. Still 121-114.
Giving up the lob for sure, and just saying if I can get my hands on the racket, I'm not missing in the net, and I'm going to try to knock the ball off when I'm the net player. There's the big forehand.
Forehand guy.
There's the forehand guy. Another 2-pointer. That's the second one he's pulled in the span of 3 points.
See some frustration there from Yvonne. Finally realizing it's not his nickname.
Yeah. What do we call him on the one-hand guy? Doesn't have the same ring to it. No. He feels like a Punisher. The Punisher.
I like it.
The Punisher. So you remember what I was... That's a touch. That's 1 point. What I was talking about earlier, Martin had taken all the returns up to that point. So it'd be interesting to hear what was the strategy there, or did they just forget for a moment that Martin can take everything?
No. Well, look, again, you don't want to take confidence away from the player.
Of course.
So you want to have enough reps. There's some players that serve better on one side versus the other. It's also only one serve. And we've seen Yvonne mix up some big serves and some softer serves.
True.
And we see Abigail there with the +2, 9-point lead here for Jacksonville. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, Yvonne made a big move when Martin was circling to hit a forehand.
3 seconds
left a little
left.
early. 2,
1. Are they going to... Oh.
Was that our timer?
Did they miss the clock? Yeah, the clock went off. Referee saying
I don't think the referee
ball was tossed.
Yeah, which again, I sure would like to look at it because I don't think that was the case, but I just don't think the referee's got too much to think about right now, and I think the shot clock is not on his mind.
10-point lead here. We'll see if this gets a little bit carried away. Do we see any subs coming in?
Interesting with the doubles as well, the way the substitutions work. You can sub one or the other or both, and it counts only as one substitution. So if you bring in a whole new team, it still only counts as one substitution, even though you're bringing in 2 new people.
Well, one thing's for sure right there is that Martin just confirmed he is not the backhand guy.
That's right.
At least for right now.
That's right.
Going big there. You know, they Still have the lead.
But look at Martin. Martin loves it. He said, yeah, keep swinging at the forehand. Keep swinging at the forehand.
And that's what you want. You want encouragement from your partner in doubles. You want to make them feel like you're supportive of them. Great teammate from Martin. I want to see if he's going to break out some of his dance moves. Ivan, look at that. Picking up that half volley. Backhand, nice backhand.
Yep.
Just couldn't quite do it.
No. Yeah, there's the forward movement. I know he said that's not where the injury he feels it the most, but you wonder if it's just playing into his movement a little bit there.
You know, and I think the kookaburoo wings from Outback got here. Patrick is off the bench. He's got his racket ready. He looks fresh. Some of the redness left from his face. I think he's ready to go here.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind seeing, at some point you got to think you're going to see him come in because we talked about earlier, the lefty advantage, right? The cheat code. Wow, that was a great serve.
Ooh, almost a great pickup by Ivan. What a return, above her head.
Oh my gosh, from our angle, you could see how much that ball moves. I mean, we're looking right down the pipe at it. That ball jumped a foot and a half to the left, and Abby just stayed with it, was able to yank it low and cross and force the error.
And a lot of that is the evolution of the game, right? Western forehands in today's world. Great communication, big energy from
by Martin
El Capitan there. Western forehand grips are just built for higher balls. We have a higher bouncing game than we used to 20, 30 years ago. And that grip is built to handle that kind of serve.
Yeah, not only the grip, the technology, the rackets, the strings. You hear about it all the time. Smart play there, good lob. Forcing the error.
Smart, good. Not trying to just put it back in play. Go for something a little big. At least you don't give him the +2. So, I think that's a smart play. Great lob by Emma.
JY, I got a question for you.
No.
When you were playing on tour, who was your favorite doubles partner that you ever had? And part B, who's your dream doubles partner? You could play with anyone in the world. Good finish, Martin.
Favorite doubles player I ever had to be Dennis Navolo.
Shout out Dennis.
Unbelievable returns, Dennis.
Yeah.
Just one of those people you look at, and every time you watch him play when he was locked in, you're like, how are you not top 20? What's going on over there? Unfortunately, loved to play with his racket weights a little bit too much. But it was one of those cases where anytime he had the, deuce, you got to pick the returner.
Yep. Dennis
got it.
Yep.
Dream doubles partner would be one of the Bryan brothers. Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
Not only are they great players, but they look fun to play with.
Yeah, for sure. Interesting. Okay, so we missed a little talking about doubles. Nori Smiles comes in, and they've got a little miscommunication here. Abby was about to return, and Martine actually ran behind her and said, no, I got it. And they're both on the same side. Nori unable to find the opening on the other side of the court.
And we've had full subs over here now, right? We have Nori Smiles in. We have Olga coming in.
Yep.
We don't have too much time on the clock, so this looks more of like to try to get them some reps before we get into the second bolt and hopefully make a big push then.
Yeah, and Nori Smiles up there at the net with a big smile on his face, just staying true to his name.
Do we see Nori poach a little bit more there? With his size over there, make your presence felt up there. Were you a big poacher when you played?
Oh, for sure. For sure. And now, see, this is the problem. We're running out of time, but they got thrown a bad ball. But they got thrown a bad ball. Yeah, they got thrown a bad ball. I agree. Abby's saying, I don't like this ruling.
Well, we have plenty of intensifiers back here. There are multiple balls that, if they communicate a little bit less, this is what they need to realize. Martin and Abigail were communicating where to serve, where to move. If you do that, you don't leave time for anything else to go wrong.
Right, but they were given the ball with 12 or so seconds. It was flat, so they hit it out and had to get another one. And, I don't know. We'll see. But now we just got chaos ensuing. Nobody knows where they're supposed to be.
Martin's just like, come on, dude, give me a forehand. I'm ready.
Yeah, the forehand guy's always ready. Little lucky off the net cord.
I think that's the only way you can win a point off the backhand.
No need for an apology. Both of them with the fist bump. Abby with the big yes. I mean, look, nobody's sorry, JY. Nobody's sorry when you hit the net. Why do we say it?
Have you ever actually felt guilty when you won a point after a net court?
Not one time.
Only off, match point.
Never. Not one time.
That's why
I'll pretend.
That's why Knoxville made you captain. You're a great competitor.
I'll pretend. I'll pretend with the best of them, but not one time did I mean it.
I think we just found out why your career was longer and more successful than mine, because clearly I'm too nice.
My favorite is the double hands up in the air, like, oh, no, you're not. We're all playing for money out here. A lot of faults here.
Did you ever find it uncomfortable? Martin's so close. Yeah, Abigail's not really serving too far over on the alley, and Martin's really in the middle of the box. I mean, I think it's a great position, but maybe not for where Abigail's serving from.
More than any, so I think when you're the server and you have that angle, you're looking at it. Any time that changes something different than you're used to, I think it's hard. So I had players, if you play with a different guy, they might have a different serve positioning server's partner positioning in the box. But I think what you have to realize is it's just optical, right? Like, you're not going to hit your partner. So even if it's different, I think this is just a case of you got to get used to where they're standing. You got to have those conversations. We're early in the season. I think as the season progresses, you're going to see that change.
And here we have Jacksonville going into the second bolt with a 137-128 lead. We haven't seen any big double-digit leads. We've seen the comebacks. Still a lot of time, but I don't know. Jacksonville feels like they're about to pull away here.
I think there's a potential to it, a potential for that. Excuse me, and Tampa really has to step up here. Want to see who comes out here in the second bowl. Does Olga come out, show her doubles prowess, or do they stick with Emma? I think. Look, if I'm Pascal, I'm putting Nori Smiles in. I think Ivan. It's been a long time since he's played tennis. I think that's it. He started the last bowl, was a little slow, and Nori can come in and just kind of light it up. So we'll see what happens.
And that's what we saw with Nori. Got off a little bit of a slow start.
Yeah.
But man, when he got rolling, I mean, he pulled away big, and that's when they had their biggest lead. When Nori was playing. So we'll see. Again, there's still a lot of time left. They're trying to work out the double situation here. Again, it doesn't count. Yeah, it doesn't count as a substitution when you change your team in between bolts.
And you've got Team Jacksonville. You've got Team Jacksonville just sticking with the same lineup the whole time.
Yeah, roll with it.
Yeah.
But again,
a real team discussion over here with Tampa, trying to decide what they're going to go with. They go with Ivan and Olga.
Again, we're going a long time. First, Denise was doing great when she finished. But we're going even longer with Patrick. He had his kookaburra wings. Do you get him some reps here just to get into the third bolt? And because, again, you're up big. You can afford to lose some points. And this isn't that big of a lead.
Right. Yeah, I think you do need to get him, because even if you don't lose it, what you don't want is to come down to the end and need him and have him come in cold. So it would, even starting this bolt, start with him, see how it's going, get him warmed into it, bring in Martine as a sub, and then potentially you bring BJ in at the end of this bolt or start of the next bolt as we get towards the end of this match.
I think you put in one of them in. You don't have to sub in both of them. So you keep one player that's fresh, there's one player that's warm to help him out.
Right. But it's interesting. We're not really seeing that. We're actually seeing way more of the double substitutions in this mixed doubles.
Intensifies for Tampa. Pay attention to your team. They need you right now. They're trying to fight their way back. It's down 7.
DJ Lynx calling out the intensifiers.
Backhand guy.
He's missed that, I thought. Maybe not. It must have caught the line.
I think it caught. Forehand guy becoming backhand guy late in the match here.
That's right.
I like that.
And Martine bringing the energy. You love to see it.
Here we go. He's very close to the net.
Yep.
Let's see if Abby gets a little bit more comfortable with this. There she is.
Yeah, I don't know about the drop shot in doubles. A little harder to pull off, no?
Oh, a little bit of a fake there by Ivan. Faking's going to hit it right there. Even though the ball is going way out. They brought him in. It wasn't so much of a drop shot. It was low. They couldn't really attack the drop shot. We'll see. It's a dangerous play because you bring them in. Now you have 2 people at the net.
Yeah, exactly. Could have been a little overcritical on my part. I feel protective. I feel protective of my doubles out here.
That's because you were always at the net, so you never saw somebody drop shot you.
Yeah, that's true. Forehand guy says, thank you.
Forehand not big
Good
enough
hands.
this time.
Good hands by Ivan. You can hear these balls. I mean, these balls are getting fairly dead. They've already tossed 2 out. And I wonder how that's impacting things, if at all.
It's going to give forehand guy a little bit more time, but it's also going to give Ivan, the Punisher, a little bit more time.
That's right.
I was going to say, because some of these names, they mess me up, man.
Wow.
Right. One-ease, over 6 feet tall, no problem.
No problem. JY, you look at that, what do you think?
Again, if I was lefty and over 6 feet tall, I'd still be playing.
Well, in a strange way, I'm glad you're not, because you're out here with me. Good hands at the net there. Smart play by Ivan.
Ooh!
Nori smiles, pumping his team up along with Pascal. Wow.
You see the full-on cross
early. There. Ooh, Ivan. Little negative emotion after that. You love to see the intensity. We might have caught our first racket snap there.
Great communication here between Olga being supportive, keeping Ivan in a positive state of mind as he gets ready to return.
Looking for that forehand. You can see by his pre-serve movement.
Great hands by Martin there.
Oh, and Martin needs to get down there and give Abby a little bit of space. I wonder if she tried to steer that around his head.
Yeah, she probably saw she had a little bit of an opening cross court, but she was going to hit him in the back of the head.
Exactly, yeah.
Probably should have hit him in the back of the head so he gets down next time.
Send a message, that's right. That's that nonverbal communication, right? Key to any relationship.
Actions matter more than words.
Spoken like a married man.
Look at that. All right, Pascal with a timeout here, trying to get fired up, keep his team in it. Again, we saw a 10-point lead, only 5 now, so much time left. Did the referee miss that call?
I think they called it.
I think he missed the call.
They called it out. I don't know if it's being overruled or now they're saying.
And look, this is what we want to see, the positivity from Pascal. This is what he brings to the team. Standing up tall, strong words, positive, bringing confidence to his team, letting them know you got this.
Kind of ironic saying standing up tall. He looks like the shortest guy out there to me.
He is. But he looks really tall when he stands up like that. Wonder where his career would be if he was 6 feet tall and a lefty.
I think it's safe to say a lot of us would be in a lot different places if we were 6 feet tall and lefty.
So we agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pascal, bring out is that the Russian over there?
I don't know. I didn't hear it. I didn't catch it.
The Belgian
There's two-pointer.
over there,
No touch there. Two-pointer.
Trying to poach.
You don't see the winner through the middle of the court often.
We see the double switch now, bringing Nori and Emma in.
It's going to be serving to the ad side. Coach Pascal saying everything you got to his subs here.
Is the clock going to run out? Clock's out. Ball toss did not go up. The ref caught it this
late
time.
Call, but yeah, I mean, look, this is just it's the right call, but it's a late call.
Yeah, got to be a little quicker because he
Yeah.
called it after she tossed it.
Well after.
I mean, he was correct, but you got to be quick on that call.
Right.
Again,
Right.
You know what?
And
An
if you're
espresso?
Nori, now Nori, you've missed your, so this actually really should be because he had every opportunity to serve if he wanted to. He didn't have to wait for the argument to be over.
Would this be an issue if Ely was our sponsor and they had a coffee machine back there, and this ref that's been out here the whole time buying no subs for the refs?
True.
Yeah, he might be getting a little tired. Tries to throw the racket. Let's see if they go
so
for the
get
refs
up and
play.
go. Yep, get up and go. If you're Jackson, if you're Jacksonville.
So again, if you throw the racket's out of your hand, but you touch the ball, it's still just 1 point. It's not 2.
The format is not conducive to the talking and planning between points, and I think you'll see as the season goes. Whoa, that one got away from you. I think you'll see as the season goes on, you're gonna get way more efficient at these and pick the times when you're calling a play and when you're just going with feel, right? And I think that's what you're seeing Jacksonville with 2 time violations already in the mixed doubles.
This is where I think over the course of the year, and we see these teams play more together. They learn to just feel each other out. Nonverbal communication. They know what they want to do well in big moments. Nori lets it go. Martin wants the call. Did he get it?
It was out.
Ref did not see it. Pascal losing his mind.
There is no mark because it was way too soft. So what they're circling is nonsense.
Gets the call, but Pascal's hair got totally ruined after he took his hat off there. That might cost him.
I think he's got enough product in there. It'll go right back to where it belongs. Good move.
There's the post, but the hands by Nori.
Touch it.
He touched it.
Yeah, great hands by Nori. Great heads-up play by Martin to go chase that down and, again, save a point.
Very important when you're playing in doubles. Once the ball goes past you, you don't want to follow the ball with your eyes. You want to take a look at the net player on the other side of the court to see if they're moving or not, so you know if they're going to poach, and you got to be ready.
Yep. So fast-paced the doubles is. In the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds here of the second bolt of the mixed doubles. I feel like there's a lot of qualifiers as I'm talking about the format of this. What a great move.
+2 over there by El Capitan, really leading his team to another 10-point lead here.
Yeah, and this is probably our first double-digit lead, maybe of the day, but certainly in a long time.
I feel like in the last 3.5 minutes, we went through a period when the second bolt started. Everyone seemed a little bit more settled, but we feel the sense of urgency as this match is coming to a close. Martin, it seems like he always wants to go for the winner and prove he's not just a forehand guy.
Yeah, and it's worked for him a couple times, but it's not a couple times. The forehand guy maybe needs to settle into his namesake.
I'd love to see the plus-minus on his forehand and his backhand.
There's
Nori.
Wow! I think. How does it work in Intense? Do home runs count for anything? Like if that had gone over, does he get something?
I think that's still going north to FAMU, back to his home school.
Yeah.
I didn't see it land.
I don't know. Touch it?
Oh, yes. And he goes for
and
it.
Martin gets it out of there. There's
overhead
2 points.
guy.
So by an 11-point lead. And now here's when it starts to matter, right? So we got the last 2 minutes here. We've got 12 minutes of play left for the day. 12 minutes of play left for the day to decide the winner between the battle for Florida.
Biggest lead of the day, 12-point lead. We'll see if, Team Tampa feels the pressure. We've seen on 2 points, they're trying to play a little too aggressive. It's coach is letting this run. He's trusting his players, but I wonder if they're feeling the pressure of the scoreboard right now.
Yeah. Martin going with these heavy kick serves. Actually, smart play there. Here comes another free 2 points. Free 2 points. Abby waving bye.
Big overhead, big command, fired up. Team Tampa over there just looking a little quiet, a little stunned right now. We got a 15-point lead.
Yep.
This bolt couldn't end quicker enough for this team.
Yep.
You see
another 2 points. I mean, they're setting it up so beautifully with that wide serve, forcing the return down the line, and Abby sealing the space, knocking off the volley.
And we see a sub here, but they're not serving Martin. Very nice.
Yep.
To play there.
Yeah. But also when you're Martin here, that's out. You want to run that serve clock down because you do have the lead. This is where that clock management matters.
And we see Yvonne almost like asking for the ball quick to try to get extra points here, but this is the danger. Do you play too fast? Do you get the fault right there? You can play so many points. 160, 143. This is an insane amount of points.
Yep.
Got time.
Yep. In what? And how long's it been? It's been like 17 minutes of overall play, right? How's the math?
I'm out of coffee. I'm just rolling with the scoreboard.
Good move by
with the
Martin.
poach.
Another 2.
Oh, he goes for
now
it.
Go. We got one player without a racket.
The
oh,
bolt
it's the
is
end of the
over.
bolt. Okay.
We're too intense over here.
Yeah, I know. Look, I will get me out there, coach.
I mean, you're watching this. I mean, and you have to wait to play.
Yeah.
How do you feel watching this? How eager are you to get out there? You know, first match. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, it's exciting. This is my first experience, other than training myself, but my first experience with intense tennis at the professional level. And we see these guys that have trained for this format, and really just starting to execute game plans. I mean, it's cool to see. We've got a little plug here. Knoxville is going to Atlanta for Atlanta's preseason event in a couple weeks. So we have Michaela Gordon, the captain of the Atlanta team. She's out here today as well. So we've been talking a little bit of trash. We're the next ones up, my team against hers, and we're excited. And then Knoxville is hosting our preseason at the end of March 29th. So we'll have a couple chances to get a feel for it with me on the court, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, truth bomb right here. So you're also captain of the Knoxville team player. Are you sitting here watching and be like, I could do that so much better if I was in right now?
No. Look, I took my coach's hat, my player hat off. I've got my proverbial commentary hat on. So I'm just enjoying the tennis. I'm watching as a fan today, JY.
So you're no Kirk Herbstreit watching the Ohio State championship game.
No. I'm just out here enjoying it.
Sorry, Kirk, I'm a null.
We've got Martine and Abby, the the chest bump out here going into the third bolt, our last bolt of the day, JY. And what are you looking for?
Well, look, they're really fired up.
Yeah.
But they played a lot. And you're almost putting yourself in a situation where it becomes hard to sub in. Now, I know you got a big lead, but in the second bolt, they were tied up.
Yeah.
Right? And so then it got to a 19-point lead. It can be made up. Your bench is cold. So I really want to see what happens if they want to sub. What does that do? That's the biggest thing I'm looking for.
I think you have to turn that decision over to the players. I think if you're Coach Claudio, you let the players decide, hey, do we need to come out or not? Because they themselves have built this lead. They're playing great together. Good ball by the forehand guy. And we're going to see the clock management come into it because you've got enough of a lead to really run this time down. I envision that we're not going to see as many points played in this third bolt as we've seen in the first two.
Huge fired up here. Let's see what they try to do. Yvonne going big on the return.
If you're Team Tampa, what do you do? What do you do with the subs as well as the game style? I mean, you're make or break here. You have to press a little bit. Good hands by Abby. Good defense there by Abby.
Trying to play aggressive there. I wonder if it was what the decision was. Nori's still the most successful player on a plus-minus term for today in the matchup, and they're not putting him in right now.
What a volley for 2 points there by the forehand guy.
Big lead here, 24-point lead for Jacksonville.
Yeah,
now.
To your point there, JY, interesting that Smiles isn't in the game, and it doesn't feel like an energy, management style here because, and I hate to say this as a doubles guy, but it is doubles. It's a little less taxing on the body. You should be able to do this for 10 minutes.
I think this might be the first time we don't see Smiles smile.
An ace. A short kicker wide. Great serve by Yvonne. And they go back to the same side. Let's see what he does here. Does he go with the same serve again or try to mix it up?
Emma, she was a standout player, standout doubles player, and Baylor showing her great hands right there. Not the best choice to force his backhand down the line there.
Yeah, the green and gold, the Baylor Bears. My mom was a Baylor Bear. She's a big fan. And I was talking with Emma the other day, trying to figure out where I knew her from. We both were. And I think we settled on the fact that she was on the team when I took my official visit to Baylor. back in the fall of 2010.
Fired up right there by Martin. Ivan forcing the serve and volley. We saw him do that in the singles, not as successful. Martin going away from the backhand down line. He did that a little bit too much and finally changing it up.
Good serve.
Unfortunate time there.
We've got 2 stoppages coming up. Remember, in the last bolt, we've got a stoppage at 5 minutes to change ends, just to make sure that nobody gets an advantage with sides. And then our last minute of the bolt is going to be stoppage play, where after every point, bad bounce there, where after every point, we're going to stop the clock.
And everything is just going against Tampa and for Jacksonville right there. Ace off the line. You have the let court serve before that. You can see the Tampa team over there. It's very quiet.
Yeah. This might be the first time all day that Pascal's not had something to say.
Oh, look at the little fake out.
All right, now Jacksonville's just toying with them.
Now they're just having fun.
Yeah. And they built up enough lead to do that.
Taking their time, communicating, working the clock down.
Nonverbal as well, showing the signs behind their back. Oh, I wonder if that might be a little bit of karma after the fake swing there.
Karma got her back.
Yeah.
Backhand guy.
Another one off the side of the line. Yep.
Oh, he's
and the
locked
quick play,
in.
Emma's not. Ooh, didn't quite work. Yvonne, good heads-up play by Yvonne. Emma had her back turned, and Yvonne took it.
I mean, that was very smart. Martin did notice it, but when he put his head down, Yvonne turned at the right time, got ready, ripped it back in,
out.
Going for the serve. This is the scoreboard pressure now.
Yep. Yeah, this is, so if you're Jacksonville here, you got to look at it and you go, okay, we can run this down and only play 2 points before the 5-minute stoppage. And now you get a little help from that. Good move by Martin. What
Great
a return
touch
by Emma. What a return. Martin timed that move so perfectly and really started to push. I mean, Emma saw that at the corner of her eye and started to pull that return a little bit extra. Still was able to keep it in the court, which is impressive.
Considering the importance of every point, that was insane.
Absolutely. You hear so much about moving without the ball in doubles. Martin did a great job and impacted the play. But Emma's still able to come up with one. And again, Yvonne making another good move, and Abby just kind of saying, you know what? I'm just going to hit this return hard, and if you do something with it, too good.
Is there anything more frustrating when you poach? The ball is going to be right at you, but it goes so close over the net, you don't know what to do.
Yeah. There, another example on that last point. The good kicker by Martin, getting the ball up to Yvonne's backhand, but he's over 6 feet tall.
I mean, just fine.
It doesn't matter to him. He's able to get on top of that ball, redirect it down low, and force Martin into the air on the volley.
Yeah, we saw a lot of high fives from the Jacksonville team as they went to the break right there. Team Tampa quiet, trying to figure out what to do. Pascal a little quieter than normal. He's trying to not, get a little too out of hand. You do want to be able to stay calm. Yes, you're down big. Yes, you want a sense of urgency.
Yeah,
but you don't. If you play with panic, it's over.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 24-point lead here. And we got no balls on the side of the server. We got no ball kids on the side of the server. Honestly, I think these kids, they've had enough tennis for one day. Not how you want to start this last 5 minutes of play if you're Tampa with the fault.
Nori inching to get ready. He's got the racket in hand, just waiting for the call.
He's got his trademark smile on his face. I mean, he's ready to go.
Just such a great teammate, being patient, respecting his coach, respecting his team. But he's got to be struggling inside. He wants to play.
Yeah, especially after everything he's done today for Team Tampa, right? I mean, he carried go. He carried a lot of the singles. was just so impactful as on the bench in the double in the women's singles, and yeah, he wants to get out there.
+2, we saw the sneak underhand serve.
Yeah, that's not going to cut
Forehand guy ready, but I mean, that's something we haven't seen a lot. The topspin lob.
Yeah.
Everyone's been trying to hit through each other, but that topspin lob, effective play. We'll see if it can make a difference with only 3 minutes and 35 seconds left.
No, it's not the wrong side. If it was the wrong side, then she served from the wrong side because that was a winner. That was a 2-pointer. This is the wrong call. I don't know if they gave him 1 point there, but this is an error.
We have some confusion, and I think, Team Tampa a little bit dejected, not going to fight it. And Team Jacksonville with such a big lead that they can afford to let it go.
Yeah, that's true. If you're Jacksonville, you just kind of let it roll.
Yeah, you don't want to get over animated by anything. Yvonne trying to play quick.
Yeah.
Finally, Nori in.
And we've talked about this in our discussions, JY, as we've watched a lot of this format at a lot of different levels. But when the match does start to feel like it's getting away, as it must right now for Tampa, you still have to play tennis. So that that last serve that you saw from Yvonne, you're just giving away points, and it's not helping, even though you're trying to play fast.
And Nori there with verbal positivity, still very engaged. Great attitude.
Bringing out the one-hander. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes 2, sometimes 1. Honestly, impressed with the serve there. A decent serve coming off the bench, having not hit one in a while.
Yeah, and I think a lot goes into that verbal positivity. Right before he goes to serve, tells himself, let's go, come on. Very good, powerful, emotional effect.
Martine running the serve clock down to 5. Touch this ball.
She touched it. Yeah.
Touch the ball. Don't give away 2. Mathematically, we're running out of time here with under 2 minutes now to play. And if Tampa wants any chance of staying in it, if Tampa wants any chance of staying in it, they got to start getting 2 points.
And that's just lack of communication right there. Both just not trusting each other.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the eagerness.
Yeah.
They both haven't played much they want to play. They want to hit the ball.
Yep. Jacksonville smartly just running this clock down. They can get it down to that 1 minute mark, and then you're gonna have the stoppages. But until then, just go ahead and get inside that minute. Little aggressive there by Martine. Great shot by Olga, seeing the move, pulling it line, and getting the 2 points.
Nori a little bit distracted here.
At this point, it's interesting because you're looking at a score of 182 to 161. You're trying to do the math in your head. I mean, you've been playing tennis all afternoon. It gets tough to know what side of the court you're supposed to be on.
I mean, what do you say to them? How do you? What can you say? It is such a big lead. We can pretty much say it's over.
Yeah.
It would take a miracle to win.
Right.
How do you stay focused?
Well, you look at it like this. So this is preseason. So this doesn't have any long-term implications. But during the pro season, all of these points are going to matter for tie-break purposes at the end of the year. So they will matter. It does matter. Even if you're not going to win this overall match today, it could come into play later on.
Martine's still fired up. He wants every point.
Yeah, Martine understands that.
That's why he's the captain. He's the leader. He brings it emotionally, physically, hurt, still out there, putting it all out there.
Yep.
He is earning his captain's badge.
Yep. El Capitan going with the whites. And now he's filled with confidence right now as well. That goes a long way in any sport, but especially in our sport. In tennis, in Intense especially, momentum and confidence are everything.
He's just going big on all serves.
Yep. Yep.
The benefit of playing with a big lead.
I'll tell you what, JY, it is so impressive seeing what Jacksonville's been able to do when Tampa was in the lead for such a large part. And now it wasn't a big lead. There's another 2 points. Wasn't a big lead, but they were winning for a majority of it, and it stayed tight for a long time. And now Jacksonville has just come in, and I mean, this is damn near a blowout.
Yeah, and this is why these formats are so great. Martin was struggling in singles. Patrick really stepped it up and just kept his team close. They were down. They got it back. But then, because they can play doubles, Martin was healthy enough to play doubles, and he's able to unload that full power forehand and give his team a shot. So, great coaching by Claudio And great team management to not panic just because one of your players was a little bit hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Good on PJ to be able to step in, take the brunt of the singles. Denise also playing a huge role. She's not been impactful here in the doubles, but playing a huge role in the singles, especially towards the end of the singles matches.
Just everything going for Jacksonville team.
Yeah,
Olga thought she had the +2. Ball accidentally rolled on the court, so the point doesn't count. That's just everything's good with the lets. The clay court bounces.
Oh, ball don't lie, right? I think I think they deserved the point there. So this is, I'd say it's evening out, but the score line would say otherwise.
And something that really stands out is what great teammates between Denise and Patrick haven't played in a long time. And they're up there, they're smiling, they're supporting their team.
Right.
You know, they're not individuals, they're not selfish.
Right.
They understand the team aspect. And that's great camaraderie.
Yeah, and you see Martine checking the scoreboard there, doesn't know what side to be on, and just making sure he's not giving away points at this point in the match. Oh, yeah, she called it, but that's probably Martine's ball.
Almost took his head off.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any coming back from that one.
Yeah. It's almost like DJ Mad Link is over there listening in our conversation.
Again, I mean, that looked like another ball off the line on clay. You know, when the ball bounces on clay on the line, it skids hard.
Yep.
And it's just a matter of, you know, when Jacksonville finishes getting this victory now.
Yeah, it's all over but the handshakes now, I think. Good serve by Abby there.
"15 seconds left here. 29-point lead for Team Jacksonville.
We got to stop rolling the balls on the court, kids.
Guys, tough.
Yeah. Ball kids and umpires, man. They were the bane. They were the bane on tour for me. It's been a long day for them. They're doing their best. They really are.
Backhand guy.
And you hear, unfortunate timing, but you hear one of the intensifiers back here near us yell, "Come on, Coach Adam," trying to pull Nori Smiles through this. Yeah, we got a 30-point lead, 29 now. It's really crazy to say that out loud when considering we started the women's singles down 8, 9, something like that.
Well, we talked about in the women's singles that there was a moment where you could feel like Tampa was keeping it somewhat close but never actually tying it up. It felt like Jacksonville was picking up momentum. They managed their substitutions well. We were wondering, is this the moment? And Team Tampa couldn't step it up, and from there Jacksonville really pulled away. Yeah,
Denise especially coming in. You know, she looked like she was on the bench. She wanted to play. She wanted to play. She wanted to play. Finally, Coach puts her in, and she just does such a great job getting her team the lead going to the mixed. And that's the end there. Even though it was a fault, that's the end. Claudio with his hands in the air. I'm sure he's going to waste no time in letting Pascal know.
Yeah, he was quiet the whole match, and now he finally shows his emotions.
Yeah.
Now that he's got the victory, he shows it out.
Yeah. So our first ever pro-level intense match, and Jacksonville takes a commanding win in the Battle of Florida.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun to be talking about the different strategies, when they were going to do this, when they were going to do that. You know, I'm really looking forward to see the next preseason match the weekend of February 15th in Atlanta. Who's going to be there?
What's that?
Who's going to be there in February 15th?
I can't give away my lineup just yet. Playing that a little close to the chest, but it's going to be Atlanta versus Knoxville. I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it.